This time on DawgStrip, we pick up a 1979 Lincoln Continental that has been neglected for the last 6 years and quickly transformed the car into a winter racing machine.
Not as if we need another project, but here we go. Dreadnought and an empty car trailer heading out to acquire another forgotten yet epic vehicle.
First impressions, I'm in love. What you see here is a 1979 Lincoln Continental Mark V, a vehicle that has been on my personal bucket list for a very long time. It has sat in this spot for the last 6 years. The seller has been paid. Now it's time to look over what we bought.
It's basically just sank into the ground, what it looks like.
Yeah. Now we just gotta hope the brakes are free. It's like right down to the hubcap. That's fine.
But yeah, the tire still looks good. It's just, it looks like the soil just settled around it.
So does that snail.
Yeah, I know. Escargot. Blow this one up as well?
Yep.
Well, test it, I should say. So many spiders.
I do love the rotten toupee. Oh, so much velour. Or burgundy. Oh, let's see this. Okay. Okay, take a whiff. Smells like a jock strap full of nickels. Okay, so cassette player, got remote passenger mirror. We had the Cartier clock.
Oh, Cartier.
Cartier. Apparently it's Tuesday. It's only one day off.
It's kind of funny, right? There's a time it was Cartier.
Ooh, I have a low fuel alarm. That's neat.
No, again, she looks good on the inside.
Ah. Oh, there was a bit of mold there.
There's some spider webs here and there, but overall.
But we have, yes, Pink Floyd.
Oh, good choice.
1975. What else do we got? Tanya Tucker, Greatest Hits. Oh my God.
What?
Jeff Foxworthy, You Might Be a Redneck If. Wow. We are the deafening clientele for this car. Oh God. Trunk cam. It's amazing when you have keys that work. Yes. Wonder how many prostitutes have been processed in the back of this. Bi-Sply spare, man. That is so awesome.
After a good look over, we are tickled pink with our newest acquisition. Now the question, is our trailer winch strong enough to pull the Lincoln from where it has sunken into the dirt? It turns out that it actually pulls Dreadnought backward before the Lincoln finally pops free.
Good girl. We brought some of the yard with us.
I am de-weeding the car.
It's like, yes, my headlights have garage doors. Like that looks so good. So this is how you can tell if a Lincoln hasn't ran in a really long time, because they're powered by vacuum. So all the vacuum is leaked out. Vacuum is made by engine. Yeah. So the moment this thing fires up, it's going to be like, oh, I'm resting. With the Lincoln all loaded up behind Dreadnought, it's time to start the brief 1-hour drive home. Now let us commence the parade of old iron.
Pappy said, son, you're gonna drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that hot rod Lincoln. Have you heard the story of the hot rod race when the Fords and Lincolns were setting the pace? The story is true, I'm here to say, because I was driving that Model A.
Hey, how about so much burgundy? Now that we have made it home with the Lincoln, let's tell you what we plan to do with it. Remember the Quesnel Beater with a heater race, which we've attended a few times in the past? Well, that's right. We plan to race this big old bruiser in the next winter event. But first, we have to get it running.
So the story we got from the seller is that he bought this car for the driveline for another vehicle he was going to restore, and ran out of time selling the property. So, it ran and drove to where it was parked, and since then they tried to jump it with jumper cables, and they reversed the polarity, and they reportedly fried something. First impressions is it is a relatively complete vehicle. It's got some new parts on it. This is a 400 cubic inch Ford motor, incredibly detuned. It is only rated for like 167 horsepower out of 400 cubic inches, 320 foot-pounds of torque, so it is a torque monster. It does not like to rev. I don't care. If it runs, we'll race it. Simple as that. It is only a 2-barrel, which is simple, but asthmatic. Let's just start poking at it and see what we find. That's not annoying. From this, we suspect the starter is pooched, so we pull a starter. From this, we confirm the starter is pooched. Luckily, we have a spare starter in the shed that kind of fits the hole. Now, let's give it another try. Good. Okay, new starter, and it cranks. So huzzah! Huzzah! Okay, now I want to see if it cranks. Crank it and see if it builds oil pressure. I have no oil pressure. Now we crank and see if that light goes away. Nice! It went out, so we got oil pressure. No, that is good that it has oil pressure just with the starter. And there's no clunkety clunk, so I will then now hook up a remote fuel and then see if we have spurk. You probably don't have spurk. Now, we slap in a brand spanking new fuel pump and swap out the DuraSpark ignition box with another from the shed. Ready? Yep. We got a runner. Oh, she sounds good. Brakes feel good. Reverse. There we go. On it back. Sounds good. Yeah, this is very good. Wow.
Now that we have a good running car, we can shift over to more race-ready modifications. Purists should look away now.
Alright, so we have a friend that wants the gas tank out of this car, and we don't think it looks very good. But if someone wants it, we'll definitely pull it apart. And we'll be as gentle as we can, and hopefully bolts don't strip and the tank doesn't leak. But it's rough. That looks like JB Weld to me. And yeah, it's not the shape it's supposed to be. But again, Ron wants a gas tank. We will do what we can to save parts and pass them on. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but this stuff's expensive. Dreadnought has a drinking problem. Even if it's 6 years old, She'll burn it. Victory. Kitty cam. Kitty cam. All right, so what we're doing next is taking the third member out of this 9-inch rear axle. Being a 1979 Lincoln, this is a disc brake 9-inch rear end with open diff and 2.47 highway gears. Because we want to run bigger tires and still have this car get up and boogie along, we plan to change out the rear gears. Can't you just smell our driveway right now?
Now we are on the hunt for the rear axle parts, and we're off to our happy little place away from home. A truly amazing view, a private collection of old iron that we have visited many times before. Currently, we have our sights on this pair of old F-150s, pulling the third members for those much better gear sets.
Go for a drive, they say. Let's go for a drive.
Now let's go over what we're doing here. Because the Lincoln has a disc brake rear end, the 28-spline rear axle shafts are specific and required in this rear axle. Here we are starting with the pumpkin taken from the 1980 F-150. It has 350 gears, which is a vast improvement over the Lincoln's 247 gears. But alas, the posi differential is 31 spline and we cannot use it. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, just slap something together using junkyard parts. So we hollow out another 3-pin differential and slap in a mini spool. Swap out the pinion yoke for the flanged Lincoln yoke, add the bump stop, torque everything down with the proper amount of ugga-duggas, and call her done. Ready to rock.
So after half a tube of silicone, let's throw the pumpkin in its hole. So we took out a Lincoln 2.50 ratio gears, and 3.5 is going in with a mini spool and a 3-pin carrier. So swear a lot and try to deadlift 100 pounds. Oh, I am not strong, but I am stupid, which usually gets things done in an injured way. Okay. Oh, the smell of fresh RTV in the morning. How the fuck am I gonna do this? Oh, that hurt a lot. The digits, and I get in your hole.
One eternity later.
There you go. Get in there.
The rest of this axle work is just reassembly, the opposite of disassembly. Once this is taken care of, we move on to our new selection of tires, 31-inch mudders. Adding a bit of flair with a can of white flex seal adds the provenance one would come to expect of a Lincoln Continental. Now that everything is back together, let's find out how well it works.
Stay right there. Don't mess with the camera. Don't smudge the camera. No, stop it. I know you got the camera.
that the car has been re-geared, let's perform some all-important quality control checks.
Brakes are good.
That's important.
Okay, I like it. For a boat, she motors.
We didn't want to completely smoke off the new tires, but at least the Lincoln proves she can spin those big meats. From this point going forward, we are quickly running out of build time. Getting the derby tank installed, fabricating our own spring spacer lift kit, and of course, stickers. And then for the sake of our own safety, we fabricate and build our own 4-point roll cage.
Hello folks, we're just finishing up the roll cage here in the 79 Lincoln, which means I gotta crawl into the most awkward spot for the last welds. You stay out here. Nothing but grace. Okay. Whoa. I am not a small man. Ugh. And this is not a small car. My butt's stuck on some. My butt's stuck. Yeah, there we are. Nothing but the premium of luxury what Ford has to offer.
That was all the grace right there.
Ta-da! So yeah, last minute touches, putting in new shocks, it's snowing outside, and we have a helper. Meow. Hey buddy, you look freaky. Just a cat.
Once Hobo finally gets bored and wanders off, we install the Lincoln's skid plate, welding late into the night as the seasons are changing and we are already running a few days behind. Come the next morning, we quickly hit the road, hoping to make the 5-hour trip north in a hurry and beat the blizzard predicted by the weather forecast.
We did not beat the weather. For most of the drive we did, but for the last 1% we're up into the hills, and here we are. One tire fire trying to drag this mess to a mountaintop. Luckily for us, Rob came to our rescue, and finally this team of horses dragged everything up and over the crest in the road.
And now our shout out to Rob. Not only is he a good friend, but also one of the many wonderful human beings that organize the Quinnel off-road events. We are incredibly grateful to Rob for letting us store our Lincoln on his property prior to the winter race. God only knows how scary and horrifying this tow would have been for us in the depths of winter.
Congratulations! You've made it to the end of the video! The Lincoln is built and now waits anxiously for race day. As do we.
Hey you! Yeah you! Don't go anywhere just yet.
Did this video seem a little out of season? That's because it was filmed over 6 months ago.
Now, do you want to stay up to date? Join us on Patreon and get free weekly updates and behind-the-scenes content.
Feeling generous? Sign up as a supporting member, enjoy the extra perks, and of course, be part of the team and help us wrench.
And as always, see you on the next turn.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Next time on DawgStrip, we visit Japan. Again, but this time we head south to the tropical island of Okinawa. We rent a car, we drive through the jungle, but most of all, we drive go-karts. Now, give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video.
It's alive!
Yeah.
Here we are. It's cold. And Kevin is cleaning windshields.
Yay. Okay, bye.
Did I mention it's cold?